Hello, everyone. This is Talk Time with Cynthia, and I want to say today, you have greatness in you. God put that greatness in all of us. All we have to do is just look inside of us and find it. Some people can find it right away if they're sensitive to what it is, and some people it takes half a lifetime to find it. Some people never find it, which I find to be so sad, because we live our whole life and never realizing what our gift is inside of us. So let's see if we can help and see if we can get some information that might help us to figure that out. I'm gonna read it, and then what I'll do is I'll speak on it at the end, so you guys stick around so you can hear what I think, and then comment down below. Let me know what you think. Maybe you have a different outlook on it also, of things that we can do to help us to realize our gift and our purpose and our inside of us. So let me go ahead and start reading, guys. It says Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Dr. Martin Luther King, aside from being three of the most revered and influential people of the past century, they had another thing in common. Each discovered their what? Okay? Pursued their what with strategic abandon and persevered until they provided the benefits of their what to those who need it most. So that's the purpose, guys, is to help people. When we find out what our gift and our purpose, is to help other people. Your what is the one amazing thing you were born to do, and is comprised of your inherited gifts. So it's the gift down on the inside. The vehicle you will use to share your gifts with the world and the people you are most compelled to serve. To identify your gifts, follow these 3-step process. Step 1, answer the question, what do you love? Think about it, y'all. Think about what you love. What make you feel like so good? Okay? Think about all the things you love doing and write them down. Look back. What did you enjoy doing as a teenager? Even if you haven't done something for years, if it would still bring you pleasure, write it down. I remember being a child and knowing what I wanted to do when I grew up, but things changed. So anyway, let's I digress. So let's keep going. It says how to discover your career. Okay, so that's something else they got in there, like a little ad thing. Then it says focus on the activities and interactions that lift your soul. Avoid listening skills you're good at simply because you've practiced them over time. So it says avoid listening skills you're good at simply because you've practiced them over time. Now dig even deeper. Remember a time years ago when you laughed hysterically? What triggered the laughter. Think about it, guys. What triggered that laughter? Like a real, like a true laugh. Sometimes things happen so deep in our lives to we laugh, but it's not like a deep laugh, like a happy, like a free, genuine laugh. So that's what we got to get back to. And as an adult, what gives you goosebumps? Just being able to encourage and help somebody. That's what gives me goosebumps. Think about it, y'all. What gives you goosebumps? Maybe it's the moment when you come up with a really good idea and realize you found the solution you've been looking for. Tie the goosebumps moment to descriptions that encapsulate the activity in noun or adjective form, such as singing, teaching, healing. So mine is mostly tied towards healing, because when you can speak into somebody's life, it heals their soul, their spirit. So, and I love that. I love to see people happy. The worst thing I can see is somebody going through something and hurting and in pain. I hate that so much. When recalling a special moment, try not to be too literal. Look for the subtext. For example, imagine you have a fond memory of an evening spent bowling with your grandmother. Instead of writing bowling with Grammy on your list, broaden it to investing time with a beloved family member. You see how that works? Okay. As another example, say you closed a huge deal last year and felt really good about it. The momentary rewards are the tangibles, but what matters for this exercise is that sense of accomplishment you felt and how it enhanced your self-worth. This might be summed up as closing a big deal. Then it says, next, think about your character traits. Are you bold, fearless, adventurous, funny, and or entertaining? Perhaps you're creative, intuitive, a great organizer, or have an ear for music. Think about how these traits are expressed through your interactions and activities. For example, if you're an organizer extraordinaire, maybe you love arranging people's schedules or homes. Next, put the activities you've identified in order of preference. See, I'm telling you, it could be the smallest thing, but if it helps somebody, if it makes somebody feel good, if it makes somebody life easier, that's your gift. That's your gift. So don't minimize something that gives you such a amazing, wonderful feeling. Don't minimize it. Don't make it seem like something small, because that could very well be your gift. Okay? So here's the it says, next, put the activities you've identified in order of preference. Okay, so then it says, I came up with 29 activities. These were my top 3. So yeah, so this is a lot too of knowing yourself, because I'm telling you, without knowing yourself, and you're not going to be able to know somebody else and help somebody else uh, over their milestone. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to get yourself over and help yourself and know yourself and love yourself first. And that's my thing. So anyway, let me give you the three. Having special time with my wife. So I'm guessing this is a guy that wrote this. Oh yeah, because we did say his name, right? I always like to give credit where credit is due. Let me see. Yeah, I did. Steve Olsher, Olsher. So he likes spending time with his wife. Okay? Investing time with those I love. Teaching others how to discover their what. I think that's something I would like to do. Teaching somebody to discover their what was they here for. Because otherwise we just meandering through life and we're just here merely existing. I want to live. I know it's this saying on Deer Meat for Dinner. I love Deer Meat for Dinner. It's another YouTube channel, and it says, let me see if I can get it right. All men die, but few men ever really live. True statement. True statement. So you want to find out how to live before you get to the point of it's your time to enter into your the next reality, or when it's time for you to bow out and leave this earth. So, but yeah, it says, now think about how you spend a typical day and figure out how much time is devoted to these activities you despise. These activities I despise. Wait a minute, I must have skipped over something. Oh yeah, I skipped over whole. Y'all forgive me. So cause I'm like, what? We was on a positive and then we got to a negative. Okay, so then it says step. That was that looked like that was step one, was it? Yeah, that was step one. So this is step two. It says, answer the questions. What do you loathe? Like, what gets on your ever-loving nerve? What do you loathe? It says, if you're clear about what activities you despise, you can establish a strong foundation for moving your life forward by starting to let them go. Okay, so my thing, let me read what his is and then I tell you what mine is. Whatever it is that pushes your buttons in a bad way, write them down. If you worry that others might see these things as petty, include them. The key is to acknowledge your thoughts and feelings. Now, reflect on why you deplore an activity. Tie these moments to descriptions that encapsulate the activity in noun or adjective form. For example, cleaning, watching TV, eating unhealthy food, being around miserable people, shopping. Okay? It says, next, put the activities you've identified in order, from most to least distasteful. I came up with 15. That's better than in 25, right? So he got more gratitude than not the things that he's not grateful for. So that's good. So it says, I came up with 15 activities. These were my top three. Dealing with um, what is that word? Minutia, dealing with minutia, being affected by others, lack of integrity, especially people not honoring their commitments. I don't like that. If you got a job, you come on a job and work, you work. You do what you paid to do. Don't sit up there and make me feel like I'm working for my paycheck and yours. Do the job. If you don't want to work, stay home. Don't come and making life hard for somebody else when they can put somebody in your place that really do want to work. If you are committed to something, do it. And then the next one is being with people who minimize or mitigate my feeling. Amen to that. Everybody's feelings is important. Don't forget that, guys. It says now, think about how you spend a typical day and figure out how much time is devoted to these things. Oh, these activities you despise. You have to stop doing most of these things because life is too short and they're slowly killing you. Literally killing you. Negativity and bad energy kills. It kills your cells. It causes cancer. It causes stress. Stress kills. It causes inflammation. Just don't focus on negative stuff. I'm telling you, it all goes hand in hand, y'all. And if you run somebody like that, get away. Run as fast as you can. Run as fast as you can. And then it says, step 3, discover the 7 C's of your soul. Now get your list of things I love doing and things I hate doing. Start with the top item on your list of things I love doing and ask yourself each of the 6 questions below as it relates to the activity. Each answer should be a definitive yes or no. My biggest thing that I despise is racism, because I truly believe that the only thing is different on all of us is our skin color. That is it. We are all the same. Some of us have money, some of us don't. Some of us is rich and some of us are poor. But that doesn't make one better than the other. So that, and I hate racism and I hate classism. I do not like that at all whatsoever, because I think that we are mature adults and we should be able to get along and we should be able to raise our kids to do the exact same thing. And we shouldn't be able to see a big I and little U, or a little I and big U. You should look at a person as your equal, because that's what we are. Whether it be man or woman, we're equal. So, well, let me just say it like that. It's equally important. We are equally important. I want to say that because there are differences in us as men and women, but for importance and deserving to be heard, it all should be the same. So I don't know. That's just how I look at it. So those are the things that I despise. Then it says each answer should be a definitive yes or no. Okay, so it says even if you didn't get paid a cent for it, would you do? Would you still do it? And these are the things that you love. And we're trying to find out what our gift is, okay? Will doing this inspire you every day? Does doing this come as naturally to you as breathing? Do you feel you've been given a special gift to do this? Does time seem to fly by when you're engaged in this activity? Can you possibly make money doing this? You know, the Bible says your gift will make room for you, meaning that it's a gift and you love to do it, but eventually it'll put you in a financial state, a good state. And then wouldn't that be wonderful? And it's something that you could do, and you would do it even if you get the money, but you would do it even if they didn't. I mean, you're talking about a amazing situation you would be in. Then it says people often have difficulties answering yes or no to question number 4 and number 6, which is number 4 is, do you feel you've been given a special gift to do this? And number 6 is, can you possibly make money doing this? Okay, I'm getting a dry throat and I don't have my water. Oh yeah, I do. Y'all know me in the dry throat. Oh my goodness. Me in the dry throat, y'all. But yeah, and just, so then it says, for question number 4, keep in mind that while you might not yet be a master of this activity, if you feel passionately about it and or spend a lot of time engaging in it, you may have been given a special gift to do it. In such cases, your answer to question number 4 is likely to be yes. So, for question number 6, base your answer on whether you can possibly make money performing the activity, not whether you're currently doing it. Let me read that again. For question number 6, base your answer on whether you can possibly make money performing the activity, not whether you're currently doing it. If you have a genuine gift, you can monetize virtually any hobby, interest, or endeavor. Therefore, your answer would be yes. Okay? Then it says, if any of your answers to these 6 questions is no, cross out the activity and move to the next item on your list of things I love doing. Continue this process until you reach an activity that results in a yes to all 6 questions. When I completed this exercise, one of the activities that came up with all 6 yes answers was teaching others how to discover their worth. And you know what too? And that's like kids, you know what I mean? And teenagers. Because they right at those ages where it's a question, a big question mark. You understand what I'm saying? You do have, like I said, adults that people leave this earth never knew. I could just cry about that. Never knew what it was that God put them here for, who they were supposed to touch, who life that they were supposed to make easier. Whether because it was something that they had against somebody or some other race or whatever. Let's make a difference, guys. Please, let's make a difference. Let's love on one another. Okay? Let me see, what was that? It says when you arrive at an item. Okay. When you arrive at an item with 6 yes answers, circle it and then ask yourself this final question. Does performing this activity involve anything on my list of things I hate doing? Okay? Then it says, for the beloved activity to pass the criteria of the 7 C's of your soul, it has to match no more than 2 of your hated activities. Virtually any activities you engage in will include some aspects you dislike. The discomfort level just has to be low enough to be tolerable. That makes sense. If you can answer yes less than 3 times, double circle the activity because you will be returning to it. Double circle the activity because you will be returning to it. It's possible that your inherent gifts won't appear in the first half or even the first 2/3 of your things I love doing list. So be patient and work through every item. Now, write down the activities you double circled. If you came up with more than 3 chances, or you weren't giving, if you came up with more than 3 chances are you weren't giving sufficiently honest, you wasn't being sufficiently honest with yourself. In that case, try again. So you got to give very honest answers, guys. Once you've identified 3 or fewer activities, your last job is to identify synergies between them and or choose the specific nouns or adjectives that best define your gifts. These will typically be the first words of your activity statements. In my case, they were teaching, speaking, and inspiring. After thinking more deeply, I realized they were all part of an overarching theme: communication. This represents the first part of the what equation, my true gift. So his true gift was communication, guys. Review your results and write down your gifts using 1 or at most 2 words for each, if possible. Identify an overarching theme. If you can pinpoint your gift and complete your what equation by also identifying the vehicle you will use to share your gift with the world and the people you're most compelled to serve, you'll probably feel like you've thrown a 500-pound bag of of sand off a 500-pound bag of sand off your shoulders. Identifying your what is often a very emotional experience. It should move you and put a fire in your belly. Did I say fire? A fire. A fire in your belly. Pursue living as who you are. No, it says pursue living as who you were born to be, and you'll achieve your true destiny. Ain't that something, y'all? That's what we all want. We want to know what our true destiny is, what we're supposed to be doing in this world, who we supposed to be helping, because we're supposed to be helping somebody. We're not down on this earth to be like, okay, it's my fault, no more. I got us covered. Yeah, this happened over here. Oh, well, I can't see it from my house, so it don't matter to me. No, that's not living. Because truly, you are experiencing your for no more. It's beautiful people in the world to have experiences with. God put us on this earth to connect with one another, to have experiences with one another, to make our life easier. Sometimes we wrestle with things in our lives and we try to deal with it by ourselves, but God wants us to connect with people because it's somebody in that world to help you with that thing that you are wrestling with, to help you with that thing that you are having a hard time with. So we have to learn to connect with one another, because the Bible says forsake not to assemble yourself together, because he wants us to lean and depend on one another when times get hard. So you just have to be careful that you're not boxing yourself off and becoming a loner, because that's not how you're going to find out about your gift, because your gift is for other people. Your gift is to be shared. So I'm telling you, and it makes you feel amazing. It, like you said, it makes you feel like you got goosebumps, your skin tingles, and if you're doing something and you helping somebody and your skin is tingling, chances are that is your gift. That is your gift. So don't just continue to connect with somebody different, somebody newer every day. You standing in the aisle, the grocery aisle, and you looking for things that you trying to decide, something you went to the grocery store to pick up, and somebody standing beside you, and just strike up a conversation. I do it all the time. Even I might even know the answer to the question that, my point of view, the way I see it. But then I can ask that the other person standing next to me, and they'll have a whole nother view on it. And I learned something from them. So just, just try to be careful about that isolation thing. It's no good. So, but yeah, let's just reach one another, because it makes you happier. And like I say, and I will continue to say, it starts at home first, and then once you make sure you well grounded and get everything and strengthened from the home base, then you go out into the community, into the city, into the state, into the nation, into the world, and just reaching people. And sometimes it depends on what your gift is. Your gift will take you all over the place, everywhere, because your gift is bigger than you. It's huge. It's humongous, and it's for to reach other people. And then sometimes your gift is tied to other people's purpose as well as your own. Your purpose is to be tied to somebody else's purpose. I'm telling you, I could tell you about this stuff. I don't want to get too crazy with it or whatever. I'm talking again. But it's all about just loving people, embracing people, caring for people, caring about what happened to them. And not letting life stress you out so much that you feeling like you don't want to be bothered with people. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes we all get there and feel like, my stuff is enough for me to handle by myself. But let me tell you, if you take your focus off of your stuff and then start worrying about somebody else's stuff and help them with their stuff, and you'll look around and your stuff will be taken care of, because that's how God is. That is how God is. For those of you who believe, I don't want to push God on nobody. I just need him. That's all I know. I just need him. And I ain't trying to push him on nobody. I would never do that, because he won't push his own self on you. So who am I to do it? So, but yeah. So you just have to just know that's how your gift is. Let me see if I can see some points that I can make. Yeah, that's how your gift is realized, when you're interacting with other people. Because if you don't interact with other people, you ain't gonna never know. You're gonna think your gift is to go outside, plant a garden, hoe up the tomatoes and the potatoes, and take them in the house and eat your tomatoes and potatoes. And it's just all about you. You miss out. And it's so depressing and so stressful when God have that thing on the inside of you that is dying to come out of you and be presented to the world. It's stressful. And like you said, and once you realize it, it's an emotional thing. It's just like a weight is lifted off your shoulder. Oh, y'all, I gotta hold him in there. But the weight is lifted off your shoulder because you finally found what God is created you to do. And it's the most beautiful feeling. So I implore you guys to, hey, let's figure out what that is, so we can get about the business of doing what we was created to do. Whether you're going to be a pianist, a teacher, a daycare worker, a cashier, a door greeter. I'm telling you, you can't minimize nobody's purpose. Somebody that cut yard, somebody that come and get the garbage. I'm telling you, your purpose is not just these, I'm supposed to be the president of the United States. We ain't minimizing that either, but I'm just saying, people, don't sit up there and think your purpose is this huge, big, just, you know what I mean? Just over the top thing. Because sometimes rocking babies can be your purpose. And saying a prayer over that baby. And foster kids. And going to the foster homes and sitting and just rocking babies and saying prayers over and covering them in the name of Jesus. Allah, whoever. Buddha. You know what I mean? And just rocking and saying a word and giving good energy over that baby so to keep that baby safe. I'm telling you, your purpose can be anything. Don't feel like it's too small, because it's not. Because if you sit and you say, oh, I love doing this, it gives me such an energy rush, but it's too small. Then you're going to try to go do something that is so out of your arena that is not for you. And then you're going to be unhappy trying to do it. You're going to go trying to be a corporate manager, a CEO, this, that, and the other. And you're supposed to bake pies. You understand what I'm saying? And then you over here being Mr. CEO or Miss CEO, and knowing you would love to just bake and give people, take baked goods to the hospital, to give it to the homeless, and just making people day and stuff. So I'm telling you, and that's your gift, because God gave you that taste bud that you know how to taste it just right to make one of the best pies, and people like, Wow. And then, like I said, your gift make room for you, and you being of service, and you giving it away, and finally somebody see you and say, "Hey, these pies are amazing. Can you cook these pies and put them in my business, put them in my store?" And then that way you'll be able to go help the homeless, and instead of bringing them pies, you could be able to give them healthy stuff, and so they get the healthy choices that help like I say, foster homes, and giving food to kids, that people that can't afford to do what they need to do for their kids. I'm telling, just reach for your gift, y'all. Just reach for your gift. That's it. Just reach for your gift. That way, it's another way of making the world a better place to live in, so that we can connect with one another. Because if we don't know our gifts, and we don't know what we're good at, then and how could we be efficient in trying to reach for people and showing love and kindness? It's impossible. It's impossible. It might work for a little while, but after a while, you're going to get stressed out about it, frustrated about it, and you're going to throw your hands up and be like, you know what? It ain't worth it. But when it's something that's your gift, and it's something that you love to do it, and you will do it whether they're paying you or not, then it's something that's going to perpetuate itself and keep going and going and going. I think I'm saying the right word. Keep going and going and going. And you ain't going to be worried about it. Okay, so your dollar for it or your this. And God tends to bless people who do good for other people. Not that that's why you're doing it, because you're gonna love to do it anyway. But it won't be a choice. Like I said, your gift will make room for you. That's it. Period. So, but anyway, you know, y'all, I could go on and on and on when I'm talking about this situation, and just creating a whole different narrative, you know, and a whole different way of being. So anyway, so I thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me on my channel, showing me love. And I love you guys right back. I love you guys right back. And I just wish that you were here so I could embrace you and show you how much I love you, you know. But I want to just say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to comment below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Share with your family and your friends. And let them know what your girl Cent is doing. Because we showing love over here. We being positive. We trying to find out what our gifts are, so we can be even better at what we doing. Okay? So we can be freer at what we're doing. Because when you're doing something that you're gifted with, or something that you're good with, then you're gonna feel free. You're not gonna feel heavy. It's not gonna feel like a burden, because it's what you're supposed to do. Our gifts is given to us to make the world a better place. I believe that. So anyway, love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Love you.